Hello and welcome to your premier Dominions 5 podcast, the All Stats No Res podcast. With me today are Sauron, Ravca, and Darkwolf. I am the last co-host, HP Munchcraft. So how's everyone doing this fine day?
It's nighttime, but I'm going fantastic. I got my coffee. I got my pan au chocolate.
D-
Maybe I'll grab a rice pudding.
didn't you say you just injured yourself?
Yeah, I have. I don't know what's up. My Achilles hurts. I wasn't gonna complain about it because I feel like a bitch complaining about it. But I guess I blend in with you guys. So yeah, my Achilles hurts.
Okay.
No,
How are you doing today, Sauron?
I'm doing great. Last week I've been a little fatigued, but otherwise I've just been derping around in Dominions and apparently starting huge discussions, which we'll be talking about shortly.
All right, Rob CA, how are you been doing? What you been up to?
I've been better this weekend. Last weekend, I had a wedding and a funeral, so I kind of just been chilling this week.
Hopefully for different people.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now,
Survival.
All right, and I have been I've been better. I've been recovering from vaccine reaction. I had got the COVID vaccine and the flu vaccine on the same day, and then the next day I felt sick as hell. So I've got over it though, so that's fine.
Hey, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah, absolutely.
What made you decide to wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna get my flu vaccine and my COVID vaccine same time, even though I know both of them can make you get sick?
Because they were offering them both at the same time for free at work. So I was just like, yeah,
Oh,
get it done in one day.
you got the 2-for-1 deal?
Get
Did you have
two
to go
for
to work
one.
the next day, even though
Two
your
f-
work made you sick?
2 for 1. No, I fucking took off work, and then I worked some today to make up for it. But bleh.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it's
You should blame them.
I
You should sue them for
I
missing
can't
work.
wait for Darkwolf to get an actual job.
oh, imagine.
I'm interning right now.
What is he interning with a wolf pack? Learning how to howl.
How, motherfucker!
So
You guys are all better at howling than me.
today's episode, today's episode, we are going to be talking about a discussion that Sauron sparked an immersion, and we're going to be talking about the Hurin Priest, Pog or Dog. So, for my part, I think this is. I had a little bit of trouble deciding on this. He's kind of mid, but I think I'm going to go with Dog. And then Sauron, what do you think? I think we know your opinion.
Yeah, I think this guy's a dog shit. I think later in the game he can do some fantastic things, but I'm really struggling to see his uses early in mid game. But when I say mid game, I mean not like before you hit your sevens and your Winds of Death and your Marble Warriors. Before these spells, I'm like, this guy not good.
All right, so Rav CA, what do you think about the Hurin Priest?
So at first, I was thinking, pretty, Sauron calls something bad. I automatically think he's wrong, so I had to take another look at it. Honestly, I think on the nation, he really doesn't serve the purpose you want him to for the costs, and in the case, he doesn't offer enough early on to justify spending the gold. So at first, I was thinking he was probably pretty pog, but I'm gonna have to go with dog as well.
All right, so Darkwolf, do you have a dissenting opinion, or are we all dog?
So I have to. I haven't been lurking immersion, even though I normally lurk at them outside of anyone. Is the Huron Priest the slave one?
No, he's the D2 guy.
Oh yeah, that guy's badass. He just fucking casts skeletons. He comes back. Come on. I
Wait,
don't know. Like, free twiceborn is so good.
so you go with Pog?
Yeah, he's baller.
Have you actually looked at him?
Not recently. What's wrong with
Do,
him?
do you want to look at him before the episode starts? Maybe his cost.
Okay, let me launch my dominion. Like, Nazca, Huron Priest. Okay, well he's expensive, right? but
Yeah.
free twice-born shape, right? So what you do is you just run into people, you get them back twice-born, then you research. Like I think it's a bit
Wait,
expensive. But like, come on.
have you looked at the twice-born's upkeep?
Wait, it has upkeep?
Yeah,
What
they
the
all
fuck?
have upkeep. Did you not know?
140?
It's got more upkeep.
More? 140? Fucking teeth of gold or some shit? The fucking Malika's a woman and she only has 192?
What the fuck? Are you saying that women should have higher upkeep in the fucking game of Dominions?
Have you? I know you haven't had a girlfriend, but you should be used to this.
Holy shit! All right.
Yeah, this thing sucks dick. Why is it so fucking
That's
expensive?
political.
Wait, while we're here, why can you recruit this thing for $350? Wait a minute.
Why would you
Wait a minute.
ask? Let's eliminate the twice-born and the mobility, but you can buy it.
The original version.
Then you can pay double.
Buy it.
Almost double.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the royal one, it makes sense, right? Because of like
It's
use
too-
cases and
They should make it one CP.
But why is this
And you
doing
get twice as many.
like
It makes-
who? Can you guys imagine some shitty like some new player, right? Has never played Nazca. They look at this roster, and some people don't read the descriptions, right? They don't know Jaguar Warriors have a second shape, whatever. And they're like, dude,
Well, many such
the
cases.
Malqui Priest has a Nate caster. Let me just recruit those. Who the fuck needs these Hurin Priest shitters?
No noob is gonna look at an 8-caster and know what the fuck it does.
But it's got inspirational.
Look
I
at
think
the-
it's-
Oh, inspiration!
Oh, it does.
I think it's.
Plus one.
I think it's a lot.
They're going to
Wait.
look at the 180 undead leadership.
I think it's a lot more likely that a noob looks at it and misclicks it on a repeat recruit, and then they fuck themselves.
No.
Where did all my
No.
gold go?
They have fucking reanimation bonus. These things are so good.
Yeah, that's a +2.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
they're just going to recruit him to reanimate with and inspirational with 10 leadership. Come
Listen,
on.
They have 180 undead
team.
leadership. It's for your undead.
Yeah, so
Supayas have morale.
I'm gonna pull back my opinion. The Apu is still Pog, but the Hurin Priest kind of sucks dick.
So,
Fuck that.
all right, great job, good episode, everybody.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Moving on.
Moving on. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, Nazca.
So just so everybody knows, by the way, you couldn't hear it, but Sauron was dying off screen because he discovered that it has inspirational leadership. But he didn't have his push to talk to it on.
Oh my god.
Why the fuck does he have inspirational leader? But he had 10 leader!
because
It's for the Supaya. I don't
Yeah,
know how to
I
tell you.
my Supayas, they're gonna blow up anyway. Need one more morale.
he can't lead many dudes, but the few people he can
It's
lead are
the
very
same reason.
fucking
It's the same reason
inspired.
the Royal Malqui is inspirational.
Listen, they needed to make it look more impressive, so they added another tag, but they didn't want it to do anything.
So more seriously, to just go back to why we all think the
Wait.
Hurin Priest is dog, is that this is a mage that basically turns on at research levels 5 and up. Before that, everything he can do is just extremely inefficient for the gold cost, unless you randomly roll an E2, and even then it's not that great. And then after research level 5, he starts getting good, but his nation needs him. Like, the nation needs him to do something early, and he just doesn't.
Imagine recruiting this guy outside of researching and site searching, because what is he doing?
He's not.
Well, but you do. You still research. You still get
Even
them.
if you made this guy a thug or something, it would be fucking stupid. It's like, why would you?
I thought you liked army thugs. Sauron, are you
Uh,
betraying?
No,
That really isn't the best.
Okay,
No,
these
I was-
stats are not-
I was looking at him because these are
Oh,
good
no.
these are good thug pads. So if you gem into Soul Vortex and Iron Skin, that's good. But if you look at his stats, he fucking can't thug anyway because he's
You
fucking
need
got
some-
9
you
hit
need the
points.
stats.
And he fucking
And no
8
armor.
attacks.
They didn't even give him robes.
He's got nothing. He's got no
Oh, the
armor.
Earth gives him iron
He's got
stuff.
fucking no nothing. He has a crown, and that's it. And I don't even know why he has it. 'Cause he's
Listen,
the
you,
king
you
of the,
could army thug with him, but
king of the dumpster. If you go to,
Actually, look at the stats on an Apu. I would just thug that.
wait, where the fuck is the Apu?
he's,
Why does it
Dude,
have better
the-
stats than the Apukas thing?
Dude, the Apu is unironically the best part of Nazca.
12,
You can't
13,
convince me
I think.
otherwise.
No, 12, 11. Okay.
It's
12,
he's a
12.
mummification, 40 gold, fucking 1 rec point commander. Yeah, he's pretty good.
You get to the red flyers who fill your fort so you don't die and gives you super seed strength. Oh yes.
But if you look
But
at the
he
fucking
can't lead them once he's a mummy, so.
if you look at
Oh,
the,
yeah.
it's just funny.
if you look at the fucking LATC dipshits who get D2 or randomly roll D2 or whatever, like if you randomly roll D2 on an Ancestor Smith, all of a sudden he's like a really good, like, solo thug because you take one gem, he soul vortexes up, and then he slurp up any PD or spare raider troops or whatever.
Yeah.
But then,
I learned
You
from
could
Soren
army
how
tug with
strong
this-
on aging is them.
but you go back
Because
to
like
this.
he took on aging in a game I hosted, and he did so good with them.
But then you go back to the fucking Hurin Priest. He doesn't have the fucking stats for it.
Listen, if you took stats and you army thugged, you would have the same role as your sacred. So I don't.
No.
Your troops don't have an
Oh,
issue
he,
with
does,
killing.
he does more damage. By a lot. Against non-undead.
Against
Fucking hell.
I guess. Oh, but then you're recruiting an army thug that's 200 plus.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
three. It's
No, but when
probably
he
three
dies-
items.
You know what-
too,
you
so-
know-
When he dies, he comes back.
You know army you know army
at his
thug
turn.
with these shits. Holy I don't think
He just
Nazca
gets
has an
custom
army
more
thug
gold after.
chassis. Like they don't
Wait.
just don't.
I
I do want to
really
bring up
don't know
another
if-
thing we've discovered, quote unquote, that was always there is that he comes back, right? And you're like, oh, he's an innate caster. He can like innately cast Winds of Death before anti-magic or whatever, right? But then you realize he doesn't have arms, so he can't do
Wait,
that.
how does the mummify? If this guy's holding an item and he fucking dies, let's say he's holding a GSS and he
Oh,
fucking kicks the bucket.
listen.
I
Are
think
you
you lose the
rough?
items, no?
No, mummify happens after you're fucking dead. So you would
Yeah,
drop the
you just
item on the
lose.
battlefield. Whoever's
Okay,
there
good.
would pick it up, and
It's
then
like
you
twice more.
It's like
yeah,
twice more.
yeah, and then you would get you mummify back. So like when
Wait,
you mummify, you're fucking dead.
wait.
Like, yeah.
Why does he have a punch attack when he has no arms?
He's got to have some attack. It's not him.
It should be the useless kick, right? Because he can still
Yeah.
kick from inside his sleeping bag.
Or it should
But
just
he
have
doesn't
no
have-
attack.
Boost plus either, does he?
Wait, no, you're
It's
all
the
wrong.
guy's
You're all
carrying him.
wrong.
It's the guy's Colette carrying him.
Yeah,
right?
the guy's
That's why they're
carrying him.
six attacks.
No.
Someone?
It's because
Then
they're too
he
busy
should have-
carrying him.
No, then he should have 4 punch attacks.
Oh, but
One
then why
for
does he
each,
have
and
mounted?
then it'd be a good army thug. Then it'd be a good army thug.
No, it wouldn't. What are you?
Attack skill, Dark Wolf.
Oh my
It doesn't matter. You give him 4, you take a +9 attack skill blast, he's balling.
This is the least useful and
I'd like
best
to point
episode
out
we've
as well
ever made.
that +9 attack skills impossible.
You know the funniest part of this shit? This is breaking. This episode is the most similar to how we actually are not recording.
But, like, I can't think of a use for this mage. Like, yes, you can army thug him.
No, you have
No.
tons
No,
of
no, no.
uses.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah,
Later
yeah.
in the game you do.
You okay?
Later
No,
in the game too,
seriously, he in the mid to late game he's very useful, and then early game if you can use him inefficiently. Like if you need your Earth to fucking cast Strength of Giants, you can gym him into Earth Power. You can get the E2 to cast your Strength of Giants. You can cast the Earth Meld. You can forge your GSS. You can Sight Search. You can make skeletons. It's just you're always paying 235 gold for
Yeah,
that.
he's got the witch hunter. He's got the shit hunter problem where he's super expensive.
And what's even worse is he's like your non-cap only source of astral in the early game, so if you want to point buff, you have to use them to point buff, and then you use a
Imagine painting with this asshole.
235 gold to point buff luck on some fucking piece of shit.
And it has to be your human cap only. It's because what? You're gonna get fucking luck to the card?
If someone is running around with their stupid giant thug, and you're like, I want to put a GSS on a guy, and then luck him up so he can kill the damn thing, then you have to get 1/3 chance of one of these guys to get the fucking ass. Or recruit your fucking Coya to do it and pay even more.
No. The Koya is actually cheaper than the twice-born shape of this fucker. Get the Koya.
Because he's cheaper than the twice-born shape.
But Dark Wolf, you're forgetting something, Dark Wolf.
Oh,
You're forgetting that. Yeah. What happens when the Koya dies? You get a non-holy 3 Royal Malqui with full upkeep.
What you do?
Yes. Listen,
he doesn't have holy.
You people are selling the Koya short. You need to look at his random.
How much holy does it have? That's right, holy 2. That's all you get.
Oh, that's fine. No, you only need the holy for the upkeep.
Listen, you're selling.
You need it for Supaya too.
You're selling. You're selling the Koya short. That's not a 10% random on that Magic Zero. That's a 30% random.
Oh yeah, you get 30%.
Technically, you can make a better Royal Malqui by rolling D3 on it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure Royal Malqui gets holy 3 and can make Supaya.
Oh my god.
All I'm saying is the reason you get the Hurin Priest is at Conch 5 you get summoned Supayas. So you
also it doesn't have the air cross pass.
Forget Enchant 5 for Horde of Skeletons, you just rush Conch 5 for summoned Supayas. Alright?
Oh yeah, so my death
Conch 5 for what?
Summon Supaya. 10.
Oh,
10
the spell. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah,
10 for 5 Supaya.
Supaya's worth 2 death gems, probably.
No, you get the Huacas. Huacas are OP.
Are those the human ones that are like the all ones?
Even did.
Are those the all ones that the
yeah, they're the human guys. With all
I mean, look. Realistically, the reason why this guy ends up being good is he puts you into Wailing Winds, and then you just rout people mid-game and win your stupid-ass fights. Just win every fucking stupid-ass army fight when you rout everybody. He can also run around, I believe, and, does he have enough to do, Rigor Mortis? It wouldn't be hard to get him into Rigor Mortis.
No.
You could calm him into Rigor Mortis.
You can power the spheres.
Imagine making communions as this nation.
I mean, I'd do it to get Rigor Mortis. You gotta. You also got.
It's Supaya Nation, right? You cast Darkness, Rigor Mortis. A lot of people are not going to like that.
You cast your big death stuff.
What are you casting?
The S puts you into the Crystal Gear paths. And once you're in the Crystal Gear paths, you can have instant communions to go along with your innate casters, and you can do stupid shit with your fucking.
But the issue, calming innate casters is a good way to kill. I mean, you get them back, but still.
See, Rob, you kill your guys off, you get them back. Illwinter designed this nation.
They can't fly and they can't use items.
I forget what happened.
You take all of the gems you used on the gear and you throw them in the trash.
Dude, I'll recover that shit. I'm good at the game.
Or mummify? I forget. I think it's Twiceborn happens first, right?
I don't know, and I don't.
Who cares? I'll test right now.
No one. Who is
I am afraid to know.
Who is dumb enough to cast Twiceborn on a guy with Mummify? Come on.
I remember this question coming up at some point.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess if you have like a. Does the Royal Malqui get a random? If you have like a lucky random.
I got a question about your question, Sauron.
What?
Who asked?
You know what? No one asked. No one's thinking about.
You just need to start recording all the time.
I have started recording again, but I will not take 4-hour fucking long voice chat recordings and then edit them. That is where I draw the line. My name is
Oh
not.
yeah, haven't you already done that?
My name is not Trainwrecks TV. I am not one of the podcasters Sauron's listens to. I will not fucking.
Wait, I don't listen to Trainwreck. What the fuck?
You
I
definitely
don't know
do.
who that is. I think I'm safe.
He's one of the fucking. No, I'm not even gonna get into it.
No, I got you. I'll post you a link.
You'll post. I'm recording. You'll post a link into the fucking podcast description of fucking Trainwrecks TV.
No, I just posted it in our
Jesus
comment
Christ.
section. Here you go, Rob.
So.
Listen, I'm trying to get that question answered about twice, Born.
Alright,
Testing it
back
if you
on
asking
top.
people.
Yeah,
Back
back.
on.
I'm gonna go open a beer. Give me a second.
So, what I was gonna say is, are we all right to go on with the next part of this topic, the recovered history of the Nazca
Yeah.
S tier?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
the best station in an MA.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still agree with that. Though.
So,
Guys, if I spill this all over me, I just want you to know I'm sorry for the screaming that'll ensue. I don't have a bottle opener, so I'm opening a drawer and using the drawer.
do it
opener.
now.
Darkwolf, how
We're
the
good.
fuck do you not have a bottle opener when you live in whatever? All right.
My roommate is a strict Muslim and does not drink, so I can only drink when he's not home
I
or
forgot
when
that you
I
were.
leave.
I forgot
Yeah,
that you were
so-
like a diet Muslim.
So I only bought the beers when he left to go on vacation.
Oh yeah.
I have
smart.
to also finish them before he comes back because, like,
Smart.
he's okay if I drink here, just not when he's here.
Whew. So anyway, the recovered history of Nazca. So Nazca has been long known as an S-tier nation, and only recently, and by recently I mean literally yesterday, have people started to question it, and by people I mean Sauron. And so,
That's not true. So we've had this thing. We've talked about how Nazca is sandbagged for a while. It's just Sauron's publicly questioned it and caused everyone to start arguing.
so
I will agree. I have asked myself, wait, is Nazca still that good? And then I just concluded that I don't know. I moved on.
right.
For the
So,
viewers, we've talked about Nazca as a podcast topic for because we all think it's overblown how bad it is these days, and it's been in the
How
works.
bad
for,
it is.
Yeah.
how
Terrible.
much how
Have you
much
seen
you
the
need to
Hurin
rush
Priest?
it? But so
Yeah.
the point is, Nazca as an S-tier nation goes back almost to the beginning of Dominions 5. It goes back, in fact, and this is something Sauron looked up, to 2019 when Sai posted 18. Damn. When Sai posted a video guide on his Nazca build when he was playing it in a Disciples game, I believe, and he had some asinine Hellbless on it, which had quickness, thunder weapons, and what else? Fate weaving, something else, resistances? Question
Fate
mark?
weaving, thunder weapons, quickness, fire resistance 10, strength 4.
And this is the infamous Awake Condor build. So what it did, it had all that on an Awake. It would research up a little bit, dump all its troop scales in the garbage, and then start summoning
Everything
Condor.
in the garbage.
Everything in the garbage, and then start summoning Condors.
You
And-
take Heat 2 in Dom 5.
Holy shit! And
Why
then
everything
he
is
cool and not he
negative.
cool?
and then start swarming over the map, killing everything, and then you would ignore your bad troop scales because you would just summon slaves and summon Supayas and then roll over everything and win the game. Now, that video was in 2018, and
7
that's
months after
still
Dom
the
5
build
was
that people think about when they think about Nazca today as being an S-tier nation. But the build is no longer possible because in the meantime, Illwinter has nerfed components of it multiple times. People know that the summon scaling on the Condors was nerfed, so you can no longer crank up your A and get tons and tons of them. But quickness was also double nerfed. In the first place, it was fixed so that it no longer was bugged out and doubled quickness, so your quickness guys no longer strike 4 times around. They strike 2 times around as they're intended. and quickness, a magic scale was added to quickness, effectively increasing the cost of the bless by 160 points, as you could no longer dump drain to take it, and instead had to take a positive scale on top of the 10 water, making the quickness bless in general nigh unusable, and that specific build completely non-viable.
So for
And they also
context,
nerfed Slaver.
Yes.
yeah, they later nerfed Slaver.
That's still crack, though. That's still crack.
But for context, for anyone who didn't know, at the launch of Dom 5, quickness was crazy because it was bugged and it was activating ×4 around ×2. So quickness was just cracked for a number of months till someone realized it was bugged as shit. So then quickness got fixed at some point, and they nerfed quickness as an incarnate, which just shoved it in the dumpster.
In addition to that happening between then and now, Nazca's S tier status was further cemented by another video series by acclaimed Ukraine war PowerPoint OSINT military YouTuber Perrin, who few people know used to be a Dominion's 5 YouTuber, when he made his
Rest in
famous or
moment of silence.
famous or infamous Nazca series, wherein he started playing Nazca with size build or a variation of size build, specifically mentioning the condors, failed expansion, diploed his way somehow into acquiring lanterns, and then went toxic cancerous, ate the entire map and won in the mid to late
I
game.
just now to clarify for people that have not watched a Perun video, I'm pretty sure that's how every single one of his series work, where he doesn't do anything early game. Normally his expansion's okay or bad, and then he diplos his way to somehow being big, hits lanterns, and kills everybody in the game. Like, I've never seen any other game from him. You can look through his series, all of them, fucking goes lanterns, techs up, kills everybody late game. It's just
Also,
weird.
just so
Wait.
you know, that same game, Lucid got killed by Perun. So
I forget.
That doesn't- what is that
further
supposed to mean?
cementing it into the
Was
Lucid
popular
in that
Dominion's
game?
multiplayer psyche.
According
you
to
in that
Rob,
game?
I have not watched the series in a while.
I don't.
Yeah, Lucid was Vanderlog. He got killed by Michelin.
No, you're misremembering. So the Disciples game that Psy was in, Lucid was in.
No.
The Perun series
Wait,
was.
was it? Maybe it was.
Yeah, so the
Why do
Disciples
you know
game.
But Lucid also died to this build.
The
Further
point
cementing it in
is
the Dominion's MP side.
the point
Yeah.
is at this point pre-nerf, at least 3 YouTubers, and possibly General Confusion was in one of those series as well. So at least 3 YouTubers and possibly 4 had encountered a pre-nerf toxic cancerous Nazca that had eaten the entire map, played around with broken mechanics, and destroyed people in the mid to late game very publicly. So this cemented an ironclad S-tier Nazca amongst the Dominions community for years, which people still say, despite the fact of its nerfs.
Actually, I know this is like going crazy again, but I was looking to see if he says who's in the game because we talked about it.
All
This
right.
is Perun's first ever video. Was this series?
Oh,
this series
shit.
was
I
his first
remember.
thing on
So
YouTube.
GC killed the Ariu Van team, and he was Ashdod.
That's a
with
different
Ulm.
game. That's a different game.
What are you talking about, Sora?
No, GC
Yeah.
was in the same game as Lucid and Psy. This was Disciples of YouTube, right?
Yeah, that Disciples game, Perun won playing EA Pelagia by
No.
killing him in the lake.
Perun was not in that game. He wasn't a YouTube.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
talking about 2 separate games. The
Correct.
Soran
Those
is
two
talking
different-
about
Yeah.
the Psy series. We're talking about everyone else is talking about
It's a
Perun
little hard
series.
for GC to be playing EA Pelagia and then middle-aged game with Nazca in it.
I see.
He's skilled.
He's skilled. Shut the fuck up.
So the point
Nice.
the point is this was very very public that they were S tier, but something that we all of us have noticed of late is people still consider Nazca to be S tier, but very few people, only Nick at Night, I think, very few people could actually tell us what the fuck the build is supposed to be. That is the S tier build that makes them S tier.
What was his build idea?
He has
What?
bark skin or
Nick
something.
Nick Knight uses
Why would you?
Barkskin Supaya with a bunch of other shit that I do not.
I think
Oh,
we have
yeah.
orders or
They
something.
scale so hard in the first year. It's so strong. You can get like 5.
Why are you tilting?
So the point is, like, maybe we should reevaluate whether this nation is S tier, even though they still have all these busted mechanics, because nobody can tell you what the fucking build is supposed to be, or they reference this old dead build that does not function in real games anymore and can't do what it needs to do. I've played Nazca before, barely. I've play tested them before, and you can actually make different builds with them. You can actually use troop scales and use their troops, even though they have a reputation for being shit. You can actually use stats on their sacreds to decent effect. But they do still have a early game vulnerability because their magic is so scuffed in the early game. Your two main mages are your Hurin Priest, which is a D2 E1 random, which does not come online before research level 5 very much. And then you have the Aya, which is an A1 F1, which is having to gem up into Sulfur Haze as its most useful early game option. Or use baby elementals. What?
You can still take a variation on a side build. You just have to take it.
You could stats these guys, but
I mean,
what
I would
magic
stats
are you
these
casting
guys.
with this nation?
Bad magic before fucking level 5. I'm casting Sulfur Haze.
With a gem, and you need to be Conjuration 3 already.
You can fucking cast flaming arrows with an Inca. That's what you can do.
Yes, what archer are you mashing?
The fucking
The
human slinger.
They're so cheap.
Oh, 8 gold.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Aren't normal indie slingers that you can find 7?
Yes, but they don't have a shield. They don't have a
and they don't have
attack skill mace.
They don't
have 8 bronze.
They don't have red pants? Oh, shit.
They don't have undisciplined.
If you click on all these Nazca guys, I'll notice they have red pants.
Mountain level.
That's because that's to tell you your troops are indies.
They have red pants!
Dude.
You know, they're actually less recruitment points.
They are.
Shut up, Rob.
I gotta say though, the fucking Inca is the perfect flaming arrows dipshit because he comes with 90 leadership.
Oh, you know what else he can do? He can do wind guide.
Yeah,
too.
flaming arrows, wind guide, and then he's got servant of courage or divine blessing. So he leads your entire fucking flaming arrows.
Yeah, you can more accurately hit your own.
Oh, dude, I really like to shit fucking. When I see someone casting flaming arrows at me, that's when I go AI. Fuck, man.
I like how you have Condor warriors who fly in storms, so you can't even stop them from dying to your own flaming arrows.
That's why you make the other ones. You make the sun guard, so you can't.
No, you gotta put them in a line.
Has anyone ever? Has anyone ever?
Lance?
In the world talked about the fact that the Sun Guard just randomly do triple damage to undead and demons, effectively ethering them if you take any kind of stats or strength boost on them.
Dude, that shit is so baller. Considering, that shit is so baller considering how there's fucking 2 undead nations, 3 undead nations in MA, and 2 blood nations? Can you imagine if that was an EA?
There's more than 2 blood nations.
Dude, imagine
it's actually what?
Zin, Zilbalba, and
Zib.
Imagine if this was Dude, imagine if this guy was in LA and you could just drop on people's ghoul guardians and fucking ether them.
See you later, LA old. Into the dumpster.
Just delete them.
If it's a
LA nation's a blood nation.
Vengeance, Airmore, you just don't get to make clickers because they would die in one shot. You
Oh
could have
yes.
30 HP lictors like some people like to do, and then a Sun Guard would just come up and one tap it anyway.
Oh shit! No, I just realized Nazca is why Asphodel's bad.
Yeah, that's why.
What?
What the fuck?
You're right. Nazca can indeed kill Asphodel.
Yeah. Well,
Look. Mannequin?
Oh, wait.
Listen.
No, I got a
You're
better
right.
take.
The 12 HP, like zero
Look,
prop
we've-
mannequin does die to a Sun Guard.
by
That is
the way,
correct.
What about the 29 HP zero prop mannequin? They also died with Sun Guard.
God.
you know what I'm filling my fort with is Nazca in my cap? The Malqui Mage, and he's summoning Supayas by 850 gold.
Yeah, but they're actually no. We've been over this. They're cost effective.
Yeah, we have
With
calculated.
the item, they're cost effective.
Yeah,
with
with the item, they're cost.
Oh, just to let people know what we're blathering about, if we did the cost benefit analysis on the upkeep cost of summoning Supaya, and if you have the item and are summoning Supaya with Royal Malqui, you are paying essentially 7 gold per turn for each Supaya, or 7 gold per Supaya. If you don't have the item, that's doubled, so you're paying 14 gold per Supaya, but those numbers aren't really unreasonable. You'd probably rather be killing your Incas off to get them if you're using Malqui to summon them, rather than just buying Malqui for 850 gold. But it does end up cost efficient in the long run, so that tactic isn't bad. It's just very slow and probably not going to save you from somebody who heard your nation was busted and decided to rush you down year one. So you probably need to have a better strategy than just thinking that your nation is broken in the late game, so you just have an S-tier nation and you're broken. You will probably get rushed down by most people in the Dominions meta who think you're ass if you don't have like a strategy for the early game.
Is this item a level 6?
Wait, what is he freaking out about?
Is this national
No,
item
it's
to double
4,
supply?
right?
No, it's 4. Okay, thank
Okay. All right.
I couldn't find it.
Also,
if
I think Inspector is lying about it giving you +2.
Oh my God! Please no! Please no! Please
I'm
don't.
looking for the item.
I'm looking in game and it's only 3.
Oh, it's a head slot. It's a crown.
Yeah, it's a crown. Why would you think it was a crown?
I thought it was a myth
And
slot.
base is 2.
Okay, so I just made one. I have a royal.
Oh
Malqui.
my God!
I put on
Oh
a
my
crown.
goodness.
You only get 3. You don't get 4.
I know. I just said that.
He did just say. If you wanted to know the average level of intelligence of your Pog or Dog podcast,
It also doesn't stack with itself, which
Shut
is
up.
sad
This is
because there are
this is
2.
how much knowledge we normally have about the game.
Listen,
HP fixes it all in editing. Unironically.
Yeah, he really does. We unironically like edit the shit out of these.
No, I don't.
We should upload an unedited podcast.
I just edit out the part where we just hang with our mouth open saying for 5 seconds in a row, or the times when we like make very loud like mouth sounds that have no reason for being, or like just like a
Stop talking about yourself and talk about the rest of us.
wipe
Can
your nose on
can
the
I bring
mic.
up a random point?
Yeah, you can bring
It's
up whatever you
relevant
want.
to the topic. Right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, let's just have fun.
Nazca has a spell. It's called Geoglyph. It
Oh,
might
God.
be worthwhile if it didn't have an upkeep that you had to pay for each additional turn, cast it, but it does, so it's not worthwhile, like many other province enchantment spells. I really think Illwinter should take another look at them and determine on a case-by-case basis which ones should have an upkeep of multiple for multiple turns and which ones should.
So, Rob, you discovered something very interesting about the fucking glyph spell when you were trying to test it, didn't you? You want to share with them what it was?
Yes, you have to be flying, and it has to be in a wasteland.
Right, and there's a reason you have to be flying, right? Because geoglyphs are traditionally something that form a shape when you see them from high above them that is not visible from the ground. They're mega structures, they're vast structures that you can see from the air but not the ground. And so, of course, you have to be flying to make them. They are, of course, modeled on the South American geoglyphs that were created by normal Earth humans who do not fly.
Yes, real life lore, history. Yeah,
I also
they were
like
making the glyphs.
another
They were
thing.
flying.
Another thing that we can't see is me and Sauron failing at math apparently. Off to the side.
Wait, what are we?
Yeah,
What the fuck
in
are you doing in the
podcast
chat?
comments channel. Just fucking trying to math and failing. I got you guys. I got you guys.
You know what, Rob?
I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one. I don't know what else to say.
I
You might be,
also
forget
can't
it.
believe you unironically said they nerfed Slaver. Fucking Abraham Lincoln nerfed Slaver. Worst patch.
Listen, if you had 11 of these things in
one
your
of those
war,
things, there's like this Reddit, right, where it's like things Crusader Kings players say. I got that kind of vibe. Once I said that, I'm like, that is really not something that should ever be said in a different context.
You know,
I
Dominion's
have one for
players.
RimWorld, and it's terrible.
I give Dominion's players a lot of shit, but at least they're not like niece fuckers like the fucking Crusader Kings players. Holy hell.
Only when they're not playing Aerithane.
No, in Dominions you
wait,
absolutely
did we
hate
tell
it.
people that they changed Slaver from causing no unrest to causing unrest?
We just
Also,
said they
it pop
nerfed it.
kills, I think.
Yeah, well, no, it always had pop kill, but it didn't have unrest.
Now you have to patrol it now. And
Yeah.
that
Or
kills more
just
people
put it in
as
a
well.
shit province and just
Oh,
eat the
maybe
fact that
it
you're
didn't
20
have
gold.
pop
Yeah, but but when you patrol, you kill population. So you kill the province down to 0, basically.
You get like 8
It's
slaves.
not that
8 to
fast,
5.
but it's relatively fast.
It's dubious.
Like it's kind of like blood. You can blood hunt a province to 0. You can slave a province down to 0.
Would you normally make this item? It's 10 fire gems and it's only +1.
Yes, you would, because after using it for
would.
5 turns, it pays for itself versus conjuration.
Yeah, that was kind of a bad question. So, right, that right there, that was a dark.
That was the entire. Yeah, that's what we missed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Basic math.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I linked the calculator for you guys.
Counterpoint, you're not making this, you're making lanterns.
Yeah.
Also, it
But I
gives
actually
you Royal
played the
Malqui
fucking
25 commands, so...
Okay.
Oh,
lanterns
wow.
are at 6,
Ass.
and lanterns are at 6, so they're like...
Yeah,
too far.
HP, you don't need lanterns because you can recruit a Royal Malqui for 2 CP that gives you 25 research.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to conjure infinite gold out of the ether.
This nation,
He's only 800.
every nation that can make lanterns wants to make lanterns, and this nation needs fucking lanterns.
Also,
Listen,
can we give a little bit of context to the average non-Nazca playing viewer who might be new at the game? The Royal
My
Malqui
beer's done.
is widely considered, I would say, the absolute strongest mage in the entire game that you can recruit, because it has 10 paths and it has innate caster 2, which means that every combat round it can cast 2 spells. And there are 0 other recruitable mages with, I think, even innate casting 1 outside of Nazca. So it's pretty good mage. The only downside is it's 2 CP too, so recruits pretty quick. Only downside, 850 gold.
and its
So
upkeep is 340 a year.
About
Yo,
300 gold
that's
more
only-
expensive than like every other mage in the game.
Yo, that upkeep is it's just double what the fucking the Malqui Priest, the second shape of the Hurin Priest.
I mean, it's a little more than that. The thing is, the upkeep makes sense once you consider that it costs, again, 850 gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, whenever somebody else in the game out there has put up a palisade and a fort, you've made a Royal Malqui. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, you cost a fucking fort.
Not just the palisade, the castle on top too.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he said palisade and fort. So
I know.
You forgot that there are, in fact, 3 steps to making a castle.
Oh,
Oh shit!
First, you get some logs and you make a palisade. Then you you know what? Not good enough. Let's scrap that. Then you tear those down. You build like a stone wall. And you're
Which is people.
We should put another fortification in the middle, and you make a keep, and then
what we're saying is,
instead.
Ilwinter, let's go back to Dom 1 and let us choose castles and pretender.
That is a bad idea. That is a bad
Oh
idea.
yeah, let me get wizard towers that I make everywhere. Wizard tower.
This is the most useless fucking.
Wasn't one of the forts like less turns to build or something, but more gold?
Yes, that is the wizard tower in Dom 1. In Dominions 1.
I did Dom 2 as well.
In Dom 1 and 2, when you took the wizard tower, it was medium amounts of gold, very, very quick to build, good admin, and good defenses, but costs a lot more design points.
I thought it had
Dude, you take that shit on Scalaria? You spam that shit everywhere?
Scalaria doesn't exist, you fucking monkey!
Also, I have a question. Are we sure that the Huaca headdress isn't bugged?
No.
Are we sure?
Read the description and tell me what it says.
Are you trying to stack it? Is that what you're doing?
1 extra per month. Oh, that's right. I think I learned this before, and I was similarly had this feeling of betrayal from the inspector.
Oh, the inspector calls it 2.
1 extra per month for holy reanimation, or 2 extra for magic rituals. Now, isn't that a shame?
Oh my god.
Oh, so when you cast Summon Supaya, you get 7 instead of 5!
Honestly, it's not the worst ever, but it's not that good either. We've done the math. Summoning Supaya with Royal Malqis, even though the thing doesn't give you 2, it only gives you 1 for priest reanimation, is probably still cost effective because it's about 9.5 gold per Supaya per turn.
Excellent.
So,
all right.
Still cost effective. Still do it.
He got out the calculator while I had the recording closed.
How long are you splitting the upfront cost on that?
We're not. We're just talking about how much it costs per turn.
No, we're not going to split the upfront cost of the 10 path innate mage that you get to, whatever you want, take off of Supaya summoning and just go use as
you
a 10
would
path
need to do fucking
mage.
linear algebra to do that shit, Dark Wolf. Oh, yes.
She's a fucking calculator. I linked one in that channel for them anyway when they hit minute calculated.
You have to realize as well that when he's just sitting there summoning Supaya, he's not researching, he's not casting spells in battle. He's only summoning Supaya, so you can directly translate each turn of his upkeep into the value of the Supaya, right? Whereas when you bring him out of the fort and you use him for literally anything else, then you can take his upfront cost into account.
Let me make a graph of cost per Supaya versus number of turns, where you see the number of turns becomes the denominator of the upfront cost on the cost of Supaya graph, and then once we chart that graph, we can see at what point it becomes cost efficient to make the Supaya.
Hey, I have a question for you.
You have to exaggerate your voice to sound like a fucking nerd. Your voice sounds like that anyway.
I have a question for you. What is the break even point there, buddy?
Kill myself. Anyway, Sauron, do you have any final thoughts on the nation of Nazca?
I have lots of thoughts on it. You guys to realize as well that Supaya is fucking dog shit if you ever actually summon these stupid things.
I think that they shouldn't have an MR check on their weapon, maybe?
Oh yeah, Spectral Spear! MR check! Oh, definitely not dog shit.
They fly underwater so you can finally loot that dog shit Atlantis has been annoying you all game.
You're fucking dead, Atlantis! Get the fuck out of here! No. I would not... This nation's S tier? A snapshot in history that you all could see today that people still think this nation is busted after fucking being nerfed years later.
I just want to point out, we all disagree on how good Nazca is still after doing this episode.
I don't know where this nation is. They might be S tier, they might be C tier.
Fuck them.
I don't think you could justify putting them lower than A, because they still got insane late game
They're
potential.
like a B tier nation.
Oh my god, not again.
So-
You run
No,
Area as a
even-
B tier nation, and you tell me Nazca is on the same level as them?
if you,
I don't know. They're not S tier. Like, listen, a noob could go into the game and spam 300 long dead on every province, and I'll have to like kill myself trying to figure out how to efficiently deal with it.
Okay,
Nazca, on the other hand, is gonna
Stellaria
send
is the
fucking
most brain dead nation in the game.
like
Nazca is
Horde to
not.
Supaya. Oh yes, all your turns of fucking reanimation into the dumpster on one province. Like, I don't care about these guys. Fuck.
So, Dark Wolf, do you have any final thoughts on Nazca or the Hurin Priest?
Oh, I have so many. Okay, so the nation of Nazca would be like B. However, the Nazca has the Apu, so it's still S plus OP. Don't listen to what any of these posers say.
The what?
Apu carries.
The Apu
The
is
Apu,
really
the
good.
40.
Oh, the
gold.
40 gold who
The
mummifies into a
slaver.
slaver. Yeah.
Well, like so Slaver's an interesting trait, right? Because people look at the trait Slaver, but like you can't equate the trait Slaver to any other slaver, right?
Because they're all
You know what I'm
different.
saying?
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
summon
you get
like-
flying slaves,
like-
but yeah.
So like the best slaver is the Flagrant Tyrant because it gets Helos, right?
No,
No.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you get flying.
The Flagrant Tyrant gets flying?
no.
what do you-
Hatun Runa fly.
What
Yeah, but I'm saying-
what Dark Wolf is trying to say is that you can't equate this sort of Greco-Roman social caste system that included slavery with other forms of slavery like 18th and 19th century American chattel slavery, and you can't equate that,
What are
for
you
example,
talking
with
about?
Mesoamerican
are you not trying to make
systems
some
of
sort
slavery.
of socio-economic political statement?
I was just saying, I
About
was
the
trying to
suffering
get
of
to the
man
point.
and the-
I was trying to
No?
get to the point that Mechlin Slaver sucks, and the rest of the
Yeah,
slavers
Flagrant
are
and
fine.
Nazca's slaver is better because, listen, Nazca's slaves actually have 10 morale or whatever.
No,
What?
no, they don't.
What?
No, they
Nazca's,
don't.
Nazca's, sorry, Flagra.
listen,
Yeah, but Hatun
Flagrant
Runa break
slaves are good.
force, though. Like you don't
Hatun
have to
Runa?
spend.
Okay.
You don't have to
All
spend
of the
expensive
Also,
cap
HP
armor
route.
mages on it
You
either.
had your time in the sun, okay? This is time in the
Oh, wait,
sun.
no, these guys don't. They all have 7 morale. I'm retarded.
Yeah, I don't know what
Holy
you're talking
shit.
about. I don't know what you're saying. What you're thinking of is the Royal Malqui has inspirational 2 with its 20 leadership. Okay?
okay.
No, the Dark Wolf, you're forgetting. You would make a Huaca headdress, right? And that gives you plus 25 leadership.
Fucking hell.
I hate you.
So
Okay. What I
I
was trying to say is the Apu is a 40 gold. Well, it actually becomes 140 with Sacred, so it's 56 upkeep because Nazca hates you. But it slaves flyers that are amazing for everything. Like, I'm not
They
kidding.
hold up castles.
Oh,
They
Except
siege
for
them down.
fighting in melee. They're not that good at
HP
fighting
route
in
you.
melee.
they
They HP
Oh,
route
they
you. Yeah.
they
Like,
hold
but
up
like
they hold
40
up
of them?
castles. They
Let me
knock down.
finish my point.
What's your
Fucker.
point? What's your point?
They do everything, right? They don't fight in army battles, right? That's why you use your Supayas. But they break forts, they protect forts. 40 of them will take PD because they're flyers. They patrol. If you want to blood hunt, they fucking patrol for your blood hunting. They're just fucking cheap-ass flyers. However, the rest of this
Yep.
nation, besides the innate caster shit, is kind of like, what the fuck, man? What is going on here? This is like...
Have you
like,
traded
it's
with
like you're
these
playing-
guys?
It's like you're playing Ermor with like more consistent late game mages, but the fucking sacreds you run at people are worse. That's literally the nation, okay? I'm just here to inform you that I am 4 beers in.
I thought you just
Four.
okay.
You're
4?
No,
4 really?
4?
yeah.
I was about to say earlier.
You
It
did
doesn't
not- you did
sound,
not
you know, I'm
dr-
surprised
whatever.
he's sober as a joke, but it turns out
anyway. So I do
And I
have
haven't drank for
final
3 months.
I do have final Nazca thoughts. The first one is that
Okay.
when you are being fucking rushed by someone in the early game, as you inevitably will be, you will sadly give a fire gem to your IA or Aklas or whatever they're fucking called. Your
how do you pronounce it? Nobody knows.
Yeah? How'd you get
Aklas.
Aya?
I thought the C was an E for a second. Leave me
Oh,
alone.
God, it's so
I'm
stupid.
stupid. So
Also, it's to be clear, the font when you click on the unit is different from the font when you
so
hover it in the
you
recruitment
take
screen.
your Akla, you give it a fire gem, so it casts Phoenix power, and then start casting Sulfur Haze to kill shit. And that's how you make these dog shit mages kill shit. The other thing I want to say is that they have a out of Fort Highlands and Mountain, two out of Fort Highlands and Mountain recruitable N1s, one with an E1, one with an A1, that are both heretics, a little bit inept researchers, and one of them is a bringer of fortune, the other one's a fortune teller. But they have those mages, and literally nobody ever mentions them when they're talking about the nation or brings them into their strategy. So maybe, just maybe, they should be thought of as a core part of the nation and not fucking just focused on the fucking Malqis who cost 800 gold. Just look at the fucking nation you're playing.
We're so spooky.
Maybe look at the fact that you can out of fort recruit all your fucking human, undisciplined indie red pants shit. And
Yes, they all have red
In
pants.
Highlands and Mountains.
they
to be
in
fair.
fact raid PD better than your slaves do because they don't route themselves as much.
Now
Are
that's
you
fun.
okay, HP?
No, I'm not okay.
You've
By
been
the way,
drinking too?
why don't you try using the Hadza Runa, the flying slaves to raid Dark Wolf, you little animal?
What are you talking about?
I'm raiding with them. Let's see you route.
Have. They ball, dude.
What are you raiding? 1 PD?
They ball when you got fucking.
They don't
six-
stand up to counter raiding, do
15.
they?
It's up to
Actually, you
it's
know
up to
what? No, I
15
bet they
PB.
kill. I bet they
Put them
kill
on hold and attack
unsupported
rear,
mages.
and they kill unsupported mages, and they kill
Yeah.
small stacks with the fucking shitty commander. Like, they're an idiot check. That's the shit.
Dude.
They're actually the real Nazca idiot check.
Do-
Because if a player doesn't know what they're doing, you'll stomp them because you just have 3 fucking flyers.
Hey,
They're
you know
not
what?
free.
You know
Kill
what? You
problems
know what?
and shit.
Hatu and Rune do real good. They patrol down your unrest you get from summoning Hatu and Rune.
Wait,
You
you
know
can
who
keep
else
people
does?
out of your lands
No,
by...
that's unironically
You know
how
who
you
else
do it.
does? HP Condors.
Yeah, well,
Shut up.
Condor's got 140 stealth, and I'm not wasting that.
Did you know that Nazca has a spell which allows them to create elaborate magical stick figure art for their condors because nobody else in the nation can fly high enough to see it?
Holy shit.
That has been your all stats no res episode for the week. We have no idea what the next episode is gonna be. Don't ask us what it's gonna be. Don't ask us when it's gonna be.
You
Don't
guys want
ask
to
us
talk
where
about the
Charlie went.
socioeconomic
Fuck
stats of
you.
slavery?
Get out of here.
Or Ukraine. We should do Ukraine.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
Go to hell, die. I'm gonna cut off
Don't
the
worry,
recording.
HP. He's cooking next. He's going to suggest Israel Palestine.
Oh, man.
That's,
You watch the
that's
fuck out.
genius.
I'll actually make a video on Israel Palestine. You'll hate
Let's
my
do
guts.
it.
Watch
Let's
the
do
fuck
it.
out. All right, I'm
It's not
stopping the
that
recording.
complicated.
All I'm saying is Nazca's not S tier.